Well, David, a lot of talking in the build-up to this. A lot of people with their opinions about whether or not it should happen. It is going to happen. What's your take on it?
Oh, whether people want it or not, as you said, it's going to happen. So if you don't want to watch it, don't watch it. If you do, fantastic. You're going to get a great fight. Boxing's about two guys fighting each other. Obviously with rules. We've done it without rules, and ideally that wouldn't have happened. But if that wouldn't have happened, maybe this fight wouldn't have happened with me and him. The hysteria surrounding it, the amount of media worldwide interest in this fight, the amount of people that pull me up on the streets daily, fight Dereck Chisora, shut him up, the guy's such an idiot, you have to do it. You have to, I'm like, okay then, let's get it on. So I've got an opportunity now. Summertime, I'm already in decent shape. All I've got to do is, taper down and go out there and teach this boy a lesson. I already have taught him a lesson. In Germany, when he got in my face, he got put on his back real quick. He wants to do it in a bigger forum. Okay.
I have to ask though about that. How much do you regret what happened in Munich?
I don't regret it at all. I think anybody should hold their ground. If anyone comes up to them who threatens them, says they're going to break their jaw when they see him, says they're going to beat them up, says they're going to give them 2 slaps, someone walks into your face, you've got the right to defend yourself, your property, your family. It's like if you get a bully who tries to threaten you to going to do something, it gets in your personal space. I believe every man, woman and child is in their right to defend themselves, and that's exactly what I was doing.
So what about the fight itself when it comes to happen? Dereck fancies it, obviously, as he must.
He fancied his last three title fights, which he lost. Just because he fancies something, doesn't mean he gets it. I've seen him fight before. He's a solid club fighter. The only reason this fight's happening is because he's so crazy. The guy does stupid things. He says silly things. He gets arrested for silly things. And the hype sold. And I'm going to have to do it for real. He's going to realise that I'm not one of these big, tall, giant guys who's just trying to get away from him. We're the same size, and he's never would have been hit as hard as he's going to get hit against me before.
He's going to be right in your face, isn't he? He'll bring the fight to you. He models himself on Joe Frazier. That's what he's going to try and do.
We're planning for that. I'm praying for that. If you look through my record at guys who have tried to press me ever since the Carl Thompson fight, the whole blueprint to beat me is get into the second half of the fight because I'm going to fade and they're going to take over. Well, that's never happened. The only guy to beat me since then was Vladimir Klitschko, who outboxed me. And he was only able to do that because he was so big. With good athletic, got long arms. He had like 4 inches in height on me. This guy's the same size. He's not a boxer. He's a pressure fighter. So he's the polar opposite to the guy that beat me in my last fight. So, for me, this is going to be fun.
David, people are going to be talking about the possibility still in the future of a fight against one of the Klitschkos, probably Vitali. And Bernd Bonter, his manager, has already said, get this fight on against Dereck Chisora, and that can still happen. Is that your ambition?
Ideally, I've always said that was the only fight I wanted. That fight doesn't like it's happening for the next foreseeable future. So, with not being there, I'm always in shape. I'm always in the gym training. So, got the opportunity, in 10 weeks to smash up Dereck Chisora. I think it's a no-brainer for me. It's a simple answer. Do you fancy having a fight? Ideally, it'd obviously be Vitali or Vladimir. That's not going to happen. So, probably the next person on the list, I'd say, would be Chisora. So here we go.
And finally, 35,000 probably going to be here watching it. I mean, it's going to be a huge event, isn't it?
Yeah.
Are you confident this time you can really deliver and do yourself justice?
Yeah, no doubt about it. You've got to look at the calibre, the difference in calibre of opposition. I was fighting Vladimir Klitschko, so people regard him as the best fighter on the planet. I went into that fight, did best I could on the night. It wasn't enough, but his attributes and Dereck Chisora's attributes are so polar opposite. And the things that I struggled with Vladimir, I will not struggle with Dereck. And I haven't looked forward to a fight like this for a long time because of the stuff he's been saying, not only to the public, but to people out there in the world, people I know. It's time to shut this guy up. The guy's a bully. The guy is used to saying whatever he wants to say because he's a big guy. He goes up to an average guy in the street. He can intimidate people. He slapped Vitali in the face. There was no response. He spat in Vladimir's face. No response. He's used to no one reacting and responding to his bully tactics, but he can't do that with me. And I think he'll realise that on the night. He might try and rush in, but he's going to rush into some big punches. And I guarantee everybody claims before they fight me that they're going to walk through me, they're going to get into it. Once people start tasting the power, they soon revert away from just letting their hands go. And I'm hoping that he doesn't. I hope he just keeps punching, because the more he punches, the more punishment I'll inflict.